Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today's gonna be a different kind of video. I just got out of the shower and everything, and apparently we got a new dinosaur archetype. The third archetype for dinosaurs in this game. We went from Jurax to Evols to now Dinowrestlers. I am not making that up. But yeah, so apparently this archetype's gonna come out in Soul Fusion, it looks like, and it's I've already looked at some of the cards, so it's not gonna be like a raw reaction video, but it's gonna be like just my initial thoughts on this deck, our new archetype, and I'm actually kind of excited for this archetype, to be honest. It's new dinosaur archetype. It's really cool. But apparently, so basically, the Goki guy from the anime, he changed decks, I guess, and now this is his new deck. Like, he went, I guess, it's kind of like Zane when he switched from Cyberdragons to Cyberdarks. Hopefully this deck is not as bad as Cyberdarks, but I digress. But anyway, so let's just get into it, shall we? So all this stuff is on Yu-Gi-Oh! Organization. I will drop a link in the description below if you want to take this, if you guys want to look at the cards yourself. But yeah, let's get started. So the first monster is a Link monster. It's Dinowrestler King T-Rexel. Oh boy. Anyway, he's a Link 3 Earth Dinosaur Link effect monster. Attack 3000. Link's bottom right, bottom center, bottom left. He takes 2 or more Dinowrestler monsters and he has 3 effects. If this card battles your opponent, if this card battles, your opponent cannot activate spell or trap cards until the end of the damage step. Your opponent cannot target, in a second effect, your opponent cannot target other monsters for an attack. And this third effect, at the start of the opponent's battle phase, you can target one attack monster your opponent controls. During this battle phase, your opponent cannot declare attacks with other monsters if they have not declared an attack with the targeted monster. Also, that monster is destroyed at the end of the battle phase if your opponent does not declare an attack with it. So, initial thoughts. I like the first 2 effects. That's pretty cool. The fact that they have to run over a 3000 body before they can get into anyone else, and the fact that he can, when he attacks, he's kind of like a ancient gear golem to just, you know, he rams something. The third effect is pretty interesting. The third effect, I don't know. I mean, could this be used a lot? I guess if you in a predicament that has a monster that is over him, I guess you could target like something in like defense position, and if it's like really weak, they can't really do anything, and then it's destroyed, and then that saves you for a turn. I don't know. I like the first 2 effects. The third one's kind of iffy with me, and the fact that it targets, but it's okay. It's an okay third effect. All around though, I think it's a solid Link monster. I think it's fine. I think it's a solid first one. To be honest, I have no complaints. To be honest, the third one's kind of iffy, but the first 2 effects are pretty decent. So I think it's just a solid, good, like okay, good Link monster to start us off. Now onto the main deck monsters. First one, looks like a freaking pterodactyl because it is, I guess. Dinowrestler Capeptera, level 3. Okay, dang it. I watched it was level 4. Level 3 wind dinosaur effect monster. Attack 1600, 0 defense. So you can see like the little Goki reference there because they all have 0 defense. You can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. If your opponent controls more monsters than you, you can target one monster your opponent controls, send that monster to the graveyard. Second effect. If this card is sent to the graveyard as Link material for a Dinowrestler Link monster, you can activate this effect. That Link monster gains 1000 attack to the end of the turn. So, second effect is pretty okay. Like you can just like you could give the Rexel like 1000 more attacks. So now it's a 4000 beat stick till the end of the turn. The first effect is where I'm gonna harp on this. This is where this deck kind of annoys me a little bit, because most of the good effects require your opponent to have more monsters than you. This is like a trend. So like with this one, if your opponent controls more monster than you can target one monster your opponent controls, send that monster to the graveyard. Objectively, that's... I wish it didn't have to target. If it didn't target and just send monster to grave, that'd be really good. That'd be like really cool. And I don't understand why the restriction, I guess. I don't know. But the restriction makes this first effect really not as good. I don't know. And the fact he's level 3 makes me a little bit more like about him because, you know, you want your dinosaurs to be level 4 because Dolka and Logia. Obviously, you can't go into that with this guy. So he's kind of like a meh one of, I feel like. To be honest, I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something, but I don't know. I don't like the fact that the opponent controls more monsters than you, and this is a trend for the rest of their monsters, which is kind of a kind of thing with me. But excuse me. But yeah, I overall he's okay. He's okay. He's just the second effect's fine. The first effect is meh because it targets. I wish it didn't target, but that's just me. Anyway, second one, he's a level 4. Dinowrestler Capoeiraptor. I'm sorry if I'm butchering these names. So he's level 4, Dinosaur Earth Effect Monster. Attack 1800, 0 defense. You can only use the second effect of this card name once per turn. First effect, this attack with this monster cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, this card is attacked, it is changed to defense position at the end of the damage step. Second effect, once per turn, during the standby phase, if this card is in defense position, you can special summon one Dinowrestler Capoeiraptor from your deck. Now, this is another thing that gripes on me. So, this effect is like the good effect. So here's the problem: you can't ram it into someone and then change the defense position. You can't do that. It has to be attacked. Sure, it's not destroyed by battle, but what? Your opponent's not gonna attack into it, right? He's not gonna be that stupid, right? I feel like I don't think your opponent's gonna be that stupid. Because then you're just going to attack. Like, they're not going to just, like, sit there. And it's like, they're not going to just, like, attack it. And then, knowing that you're going to get a plus off of it. And they know it's can't be destroyed by battle, so what's the point of even attacking it anyway? I wish you can, like, ram into it. But no, it has to be attacked. That's one of my first problems. And then, like, the good effect that you want has to be, you would require you to get attacked. Then it's changed defense. Then, during the standby phase of either player's turn, look like, and you can special summon a Dinowrestler Capoeiraptor from deck, another copy of them. It's just okay. It's just I don't like. I don't know if it's objectively worse because you have to get attacked, not attack into something. I wish it didn't have to say that. If it said like attacks or attacked, change the defense at the end of the damage step, I would be okay with that. Then that would make this card a little bit more better. But no, it requires you to get attacked. So I don't know. You're just gonna be sitting on this, I feel. Just to me, unless you're gonna force your opponent to attack you. And there are cards in the game that can make you do that, make them do that. Maybe I'm a dunce for saying that. Maybe I'm a dunce for not knowing that. But I don't know. He doesn't look that great to me. He's okay. He's the coolest at level 4, so Logia Dolka play right there. But the fact that you have to be attacked makes him a little bit more worse for wear. Alright, so now we're on to Dinowrestler Cistego, who is a Stegosaurus, obviously, but he looks cool. Anyway, so Dinowrestler Cistego, level 4 Earth Dinosaur Effect Monster, so cool, level 4. 1900 attack now, 0 defense. You can only use each effect among the first and second effects of this card name once per turn. If this card is special summoned, you can add one Dinowrestler monster or one World Dino Wrestling from your deck to your hand. During the end phase, if this card is in your graveyard because it was set there this turn, and your opponent controls more monsters than you, you can target one Dinowrestler monster in your grave, except Dinowrestler Cistego, special summon that monster. Now, objectively, this is really good. This is probably your best monster of all three of them, but the main deck ones. If you special summon, now here's the problem I have. Like, Capoeiraptor could, like, literally said he can only special summon himself. So, how are you gonna get this guy specialed? The cool thing is, Miscellaneousaurus can do this. So, the cool thing is that the fact they're all dinosaurs, Miscellaneousaurus can, like, probably get this guy out with 4 level 4s in grave, banish 4, special this guy. So that's good. That's one way to do it. He's a searcher, so he can add your Dinowrestlers, but Oviraptor kind of does it better, to be honest. I feel like, Oviraptor searches all of them anyway, which is another plus for this deck, that Oviraptor can pretty much search all of these guys. And you can also search World Dinowrestling, which is their field spell, pretty much. Which is cool. I like that. The first effect is fine whenever you special summon and use a searcher. That's pretty good. I think that's fine. Second effect, during the end phase, like that whole end phase thing, I like it. I think that gives you more recursion. I think it's fine. It's not great, but it requires you to send that turn, and your opponent controls more monsters than you. That's a thing that I don't like. I don't like the fact that they have that restriction on them, but it's fine for what it is. I think it's good recursion for it. All around, Sestego's I think gonna be a 3 of. You're pretty much your best guy. I think he's your best Dino Wrestler of the 3 so far, of the 3 main deck ones. He's overall the best. I just don't like the fact that second effect requires your opponent to control more monsters than you, because it feels like you have to require yourself to be losing. But I don't know. Who knows? I mean, I think it's fine. Maybe I'm being too negative on the fact that your opponent has to control more monsters, but that's just me. But overall, he's the best of the main deck monsters so far. Now for the final card of this first, I think, wave of this deck. World Dino Wrestling, which is our field spell, and Sestego can search this, which is cool. Field spell card, you can only use the third effect of this card's name once per turn. First effect, while you control a Dino Wrestler monster, each player can attack with only one monster during each battle phase. If your Dino Wrestler monsters attack... Second effect, if your Dino Wrestler monster attacks the opponent's monster, your Dino Wrestler monster gets 200 attack during the damage calculation only. Third effect, if your opponent controls more monsters than you, you can banish this card from your grave, special summon one Dino Wrestler from deck. See some synergy here with Sestego and this card. It's fine. The third effect's cool, but again, opponent has to control more monsters than you. That's a downside, I think. But it's cool it has a graveyard effect. I don't know how many field spells actually have a graveyard effect, to be honest. I think that's pretty cool that this one actually has a built-in one. I think that's pretty cool. I don't think... Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe is this like one of the first ones to do this? Maybe not. First effect is fine. Or actually pretty interesting, I mean. The fact that each player can only attack with only one monster is... It's interesting. This has a lot of attack modulation, it looks like. Attack gimmicks, I guess, with it. I mean, I don't know. I guess I don't get it right now. I don't get the whole one monster during each battle phase can attack. It's cool that it's each player. I wish it was just your opponent. That your opponent can only attack with one monster during each battle phase, because that would make more sense. Why does it have to kill you as well? Why can't it just be your opponent? But whatever, I don't make the card. But it's okay. Second effect is meh. It gains 200 attack during damage calculation only, but I'm pretty sure that can matter sometimes. I guess if your Rexel has to battle something that's, let's say, 31, okay, ram it, and you got the attack gain. Because I mean, let's say domain, like Corey has domain, and he has 800 attack boost. That is pretty relevant, but that's 800 attack. This is 200 attack. It's not 800. This is 200. So I feel like the 200 is just meh compared to 800. That's just a weird example or comparison. Overall, it's again okay. It's an okay field spell. I think it's a 3 of. Who knows how you're gonna do the ratios? I feel like maybe it's a 2 or 3 of. Probably 2 of. I don't know. It's too early to say. I feel like with some of the ratios for this deck, I think it's just too early to say because there's not a lot here. There's only 3 monsters and a field spell and a link monster. So, but we're probably gonna get more support later, which is gonna better understand what the heck you're gonna do with this. But yeah, that's all the cards. Overall, what I think of about this deck, it has potential. I don't like that some of the good effects on some of the better cards have to require your opponent to have more monsters than you. I think that's a little bit of a hindrance, or a really big hindrance sometimes, because it requires you to go second most of the time. Now Dinosaurs in general, some of the better decks right now require you to go want to go second. Let's say Dinosaur Paleozoic, which I think topped the Nationals. I think they're going second deck. Maybe they're going first deck. I don't know. Dinosaur OTK is going second deck. Lost World OTK, stuff like that. So it's pretty much Dinosaurs are a pretty good going second deck, I guess. So I guess this caters to that. The good thing about this deck, it has a whole Dinosaur lexicon to work with. It has 3 Overraptor, which helps search out pretty much all these guys, the main deck ones. You got Conductor still, which is a very impressive monster. You got Miscellaneosaurus, granted at 1. Maybe the fact that they're making support for this will maybe push it up to 1, but push it up to 2, maybe 3. Who knows? I think 3 is too much. I don't think they'll put it to 3. Maybe they'll put it to 2 because of this. I think that'll be fine. I think dinosaurs need miscellaneous to 2, to be honest, because I feel like 1's too little. You got Giant Rex, you got like all the new dinosaur stuff that came out, Baby Ceratosaurus and everything. You got a lot to work with. With the dinosaur stuff that came out last year, like Oviraptor and everything. So this deck has potential with that. That's a good thing. That has something to fall back on. So that's a cool thing. Overall, for the first wave, I think it's okay. I think it's an okay start. Obviously, there's gonna be more support. Hopefully, I hope there's more support. I hope this ain't just it, right? But they're pretty sure there's gonna be more support for this deck down the line. But yeah, am I gonna be making this deck? Oh heck yeah, it's Dinosaurs. Why wouldn't I make it? Doesn't matter if it's good or not. I'm gonna still make it. It's Dinosaurs, but to be honest, it's too early to say how this deck's gonna be. To be honest, because it's just too little of what it is. It's just we don't have enough to fully understand like if this is gonna be a good deck or not. There's gotta be more support later, because we only have like 3 main deck monsters, a link monster, and a field spell. So there's gonna be hopefully more. But yeah, overall, I think this deck, again, like I said, it's gonna be just an okay. Nothing too great, nothing too bad. It's just okay. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on the cards and the deck as a whole, the new archetype as a whole. Are you guys like? I'm excited for this deck, this archetype. Regardless, that's kind of cool. We're getting a 3rd dinosaur archetype. But yeah, now I gotta ask you guys, what do you guys think of this new dinosaur archetype? Do you guys think it's gonna be good? Gonna be bad? Am I missing anything with the whole? Your opponent has to control more monsters than you. Am I being too hard on that restriction? Or am I just like, am I missing something there? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment down below what you guys think of the deck, or think of the archetype, and what you guys think needs to happen for this archetype to be, like, what new other cards do you think this deck needs to really push it to the, like to tier 2-ish, to tier 1-ish deck. I don't know. Like, to make it good, playable, and stuff like that. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. I have a link to the description below if you guys want to read this on ygoorganization, where the source is. So yeah, again, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I should see you guys in the next video. Have a nice day.